So here we go. Let's talk about the equinox. And I am very excited about the spring equinox. It's tomorrow. And what it's all about is it's a time of rebirth, obviously, and new beginnings. And that's what we're going to be talking about today and setting some intentions for the next 90 days until the summer solstice. And I'd like to invite you as we go through this today to think about, we have 90 days between now, tomorrow, and the summer solstice to set some intentions and to get some energy moving. So be thinking about how much it is that you can accomplish during that time, or just to set some intentions. I was just reading something this morning about perhaps simplifying your intentions. Maybe it's walking every day, or maybe it's doing a little piece of art. Whatever that happens to be, I want you to just, simplify it and think about how much it is that you can accomplish. I also picked tulips for this whole series today because they're so bright and cheerful, even though it's probably still daffodil time, particularly here in the Pacific Northwest. But I hope you find this to be a cheery presentation today. So in our time together, we're going to do a little definition about the spring equinox, a little history, some visioning tips that have worked for me over the years, a little grounding exercise, and then some journaling. And if you have any questions, please put those in the chat. I want to make this interactive today. So what is the equinox meaning? And from Latin, what it means is, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce this, equos, meaning equal, and nox, meaning night. And what that means is that we have an equal time of light and dark. And I know that you are all looking forward to the light as much as I am. And so again, that's an opening of new possibilities, new energy, because we're coming out of the darkness of the winter and now into the light. So what is it that we can bring? What kind of energy and new beginnings, and what is blossoming within you in order to come out into a new time in our lives? So in Iran, the equinox has been revered and celebrated for over 3,000 years. And here's part of their celebration for the equinox and the Iranian New Year. And the Buddhists celebrated a holiday known as Higong, dating back to the 8th century. So obviously the ancients have celebrated the equinox for years and years and years. So we should as well. And the Mayan civilization, the sun shines directly through the doors of the Seven Dolls Temple, and this is in the Yucatan. So whether it's the solstice that's been celebrated or the equinox, it's a time of celebration. And I want you to bring that energy in today. So are you ready to blossom? As I've mentioned, the spring equinox is a celebration of awakening and rebirth. So I'd like to invite you to think about what is blooming inside of you, like things are starting to bloom outside. Actually, I planted summer bulbs yesterday, so everything is germinating down in the ground now, and it's just waiting to come out. And again, what is ready to blossom within you in the next 90 days? So a couple of quotes that I really love about setting intention and making things happen is this quote from Pablo Coelho from The Alchemist. I don't know how many of you read The Alchemist, but it's a fabulous book. And it says, and when you want something, all the universe conspires to help you achieve it. So whenever you have a dream, as I like to say, all the universe is conspiring to make it happen. But you have to be really clear with that dream about what it is and the steps in order to get there. But I truly believe this because I've seen it in action many times in my own life. And Kimmy, I appreciate that you're shaking your head. Yes. It's such a lovely way to think that the universe is supporting you every day. And it really is, if you have the mindset in order to make it happen. And here's another quote from Wayne Dyer, and it's change your thoughts. So change the way you are looking at things, and the things that you look at change.
Hey, I'm never on the dead, Mom. I'll time myself.
So change the way you look at things. And if you could please turn off your microphones for whoever is there. Ruth, who is on our team, if you could mute them, that would be great. Sorry for the interruption. So again, just to read this one more time, change your thoughts, change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change. I hope that resonates with you as much as it does with me, because I feel that whenever you're looking at things one way, sometimes you just need to maybe change it 90 degrees or 180 degrees in order for things to happen in a new way. In fact, one of my clients, that's their whole philosophy on their business and it's called 180. So how you look at things can change and you can make things happen. So I feel like I've been a manifester for a long time, and I found this out at a very early age. And I want you to know that it is possible. So when I was 16, I grew up here in Seattle. And actually, even before, I wanted to be a TV reporter. That was my whole thing in life. I wanted to be Barbara Walters at the time. And for those of you who are in Seattle, there's the monorail that goes from the Seattle Space Needle downtown. And then there was a TV station that was right there called Como Television. It's the ABC affiliate here. And I would ride the monorail and I would look at Como every single time from like 13 on. And I'm like, I'm going to work there someday. And there was no question in my mind that I was going to work at Como TV. And as it so happens, I got an internship there when I was 17 years old, when I was still in high school. And I worked there for 4 years and started my TV career way back then. But that was my first intro into manifesting something for myself. And so there was, like I said right here, know in your heart of hearts that it's going to happen. There was no question for me that I was going to work at Como. And then I would always drive by the CBS affiliate here at Cairo. I'm like, I wonder if I'd like to work there. And I ended up working there and I hated it. And I left my career going towards TV news. But anyway, so another visioning tip is to do one or three things towards your goal every day. You can do more. But even if you have something in your life, like for instance, for this, I was invited to help start a coffee company, and I know nothing about coffee at the time, except that I like to drink it. Look at, I have some right here. But I did something every day towards that goal, and within a year, we started a coffee company. And so whether it's taking a walk or starting a company or visioning something that you would like to do differently, just be so intentional about it that you're doing 1 to 3 things or more every day towards that goal. And eventually something will happen. A couple of other things to keep in mind. So one of the things that I like to do is I like to do a vision board. And here's a vision board that I created this year that I have right in front of me. I took it off my wall right here. So one of my goals, I love flowers, as you can see. I want to have more flowers in my life. So I put this photo here. I want to do more retreats, which is part of our Rebel 11 mission. I want to take healthy to new heights. So I want to get really fit and strong this year. little things that make the biggest difference. And this is just a lovely reminder for me to look at as I'm sitting at my desk. And then here was mine from last year, actually, right here. So, and this was, I wanted to be more in nature, so I did a lot of hiking last year. Anyway, so something visual in front of you. So make an altar. And this is kind of my altar, one of them. But another way that you can do an altar is just to put up something that is, that will make you think about what you want to make happen, for instance. So many years ago, I wanted to have a cabin, and some friends of mine gave me some snowshoes. So I put them downstairs on the wall in my house here in Seattle. And every day I would go downstairs and like, those are going in my cabin. Those are going in my cabin. Those are going in my cabin. Again, just that visual signal for me was, I'm going to have a cabin one day and those are going in it. And lo and behold, that happened. And those snowshoes went in the cabin. So this is all about an invitation to set an intention and visually have something be representative of it, or something that is, right here in front of you every day to remind you of what that vision might be. Like, I want to do a little flower farm, so that's why I have that photo by the barn there. So those are just reminders. And then timing is everything. I was listening to a podcast recently, and this person who is also in a manifesting conversation, that he does a lot of talks on manifesting your life. And he said, everything has led to where you are in the world right now, and nothing is a mistake. And so timing is everything. It might not necessarily be on the timing that you want, but you're laying the groundwork for those dreams moving forward. So again, an invitation to put some things in place in order to vision what you like moving forward. And if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. Okay, so we're going to do a little grounding exercise, and some of you have been here before, but I'd like for you to put your feet on the ground and get in a comfortable position. Make yourself super cozy, everyone. I'm going to put my feet on the ground too, so I'm going to join you. And close your eyes. So take a nice deep breath in and just notice, without any judgment, if the breath goes in and out of your body with ease, or if there's some type of holding. Get cozy and just notice, and take another deep breath again and notice how your body feels. And take a deep breath. Now place your attention on your heart, and you might even want to put your hand there. And just notice what you feel. Is your heart going fast? Is it calm? How is it feeling right now? Notice if there's any anxiety, stress, sadness, anger, or any tension. And don't judge it, just be with it. Now let's take a journey down into the beautiful Mother Earth. Breathing now into your stomach, into your pelvic bowl, down your thighs, your knees, your calves, your ankles, and into your feet. And take a deep breath and root down into the earth. Now think of this as roots being planted into the earth. And as you go further and further down Mother Earth, just those roots just grounding into the earth, and you go further and further down. You will notice a beautiful crystalline nature and go down further. And you'll notice the fire within the earth. Notice the firekeeper tending the fire. Notice that fire tender. Here, we can bring any and all tension, stress, sadness, grief, any heartache that you might have, or anything else that you have noticed in your heart. And take a deep breath. Now, if you have any tension, sadness, grief, or heartache, please give it to the fire now. Just throw it into the fire. Throw all of that heartache into the fire, knowing that Mother Earth can now alchemize these energies for you into a beautiful, warm, and loving energy that you can use for healing at this time. Just throw everything into the fire. Watch as your stress, your tension, and any heartache is alchemized by that fire. And watch it burn. Now, breathing in the beautiful, warm energy. Let's bring it up back now through the earth. This beautiful warm energy that you have. Bring it up through the earth, little by little, until it reaches your feet, up to your ankles, your calves, your knees, and your thighs, into your pelvic bowl, up through your stomach, and back into your beautiful, beautiful heart. And now, breathing in, just allow yourself to sit more easily in your heart and notice. Breathing in and out again, just allow yourself to feel the chair you are sitting in and slowly begin to feel again. Wiggle your fingers and toes, and when you are ready, please come back into this space and open your eyes. And if you would share in the chat how you're feeling right now, that would be lovely. Calm, relaxed, beautiful, warm, glowing heart, calm and at ease. I feel great, and I feel like I have been given permission to relax. Dawn, I'm so happy to hear that. That was so beautiful and healing. I needed it. Thank you, Adrian. Released and grateful for this lovely guided meditation. Letting go of those negative feelings is so important. Being hopeful, feeling better, and ready for what's ahead. So let's talk about that. Sorry, here we go. Okay, so let's journal. So does everybody have their pen and paper ready? So now that we've taken that beautiful time for ourselves, let's write down 3 things that you're grateful for right now, and maybe write just a couple of sentences about why. And I'd like to invite you after this event to write down 50 things that you are grateful for, and to be very mindful about how many things there are in this world that are surrounding you right now. They're absolutely beautiful. And this came from a commencement speech that a friend of a friend wrote and presented. And she loved the idea of writing down 3, which is such a beautiful place to start. But what does 50 look like? So that's an assignment that you might want to partake in after this event today. Okay, so as we've talked about before, you can think about this as something that you want to accomplish in the next 3 months, which is 90 days, or you can think of something longer. That's totally up to you. I like to think in 90-day increments because it helps me break down something that's more accomplishable. And so one of the reasons why I don't set resolutions at the beginning of the year is because 365 days is just too long. 90 days seems doable, and that you can break it into even 30-day increments. So whatever works for you, it's an invitation just to think in a shorter period of time. So what is your vision and why? So let's talk about that. As I mentioned earlier, this is something that could be as simple as taking a walk every day, or doing a painting, creative expression. It could be starting a new business. What is that? What is your why? So let's spend about 3 minutes setting your vision and intention for whatever time frame that is. We have about 30 seconds left. So go ahead and wrap that up. And then I really want you to think about if there's anything blocking you. blocking you from this vision, from your dream of moving whatever you're thinking about forward? What is blocking you? It could be something from your childhood. It could be a partner. It could be your own mental piece about, I don't deserve this. What is it that's blocking you from whatever it is that you want to move forward? And for it to blossom fully and beautifully in the next 90 days, or again, however long that is. So let's talk about, or let's take 3 minutes for this writing assignment. What is blocking you? We have about 90 seconds left. How often do we give ourselves 3 minutes to write about a topic, not be distracted? So about a minute left. And take the next 30 seconds to wrap up. Okay. How's everyone feeling? Good? Okay. Okay, so one thing that I want you to do now is vision the end and be very specific. So remember, this is your point of attraction. So a good example of that was, I wanted to own a cabin, right? So my being very specific was every time I saw those snowshoes, I would say those are going in the cabin. Now that's a big goal, right? But if it's, say it's walking every day, how do you want to feel at the end of those 90 days that you've accomplished that goal? So I want you to really get specific here and vision the end about what it is and how you're going to feel at the end of that time period. And really sink into your heart and think about not what it's going to be necessarily as much as how you're going to feel. Like I was so thrilled when I got our cabin and I walked in and saw the snowshoes. I'm like, it's finally here. So again, be very specific, envision the end feeling or the end accomplishment. And let's take 3 minutes for this. You have about 90 seconds left. Go ahead and start wrapping that up. And one of the things that has been really important for me in my manifesting is I come in to my desk every day and I light a candle. So every single day, it's the first thing I do. And I say 3 to 4 words that get me very focused on my intentions of whatever it is that I'm creating. So we call this the positive word bank exercise. And I'm going to read you some words, but I want you to pick 3 or 4 that really resonate with you, and then come up with some type of ritual on a daily basis, whether it's lighting a candle or when you get up in the morning and you say these 3 or 4 words, to really get you in the mindset of that day and that mission or vision that you have for yourself. So I'm going to read you quite a few words, and then we'll take about a minute to have you select your words. Abundant, accepting, accomplished, acknowledged, adored, adventurous, affluent, alive, alluring, balanced, authentic, blessed, bold, boundless, brave, calm, capable, celebrated, centered, cheerful, cherished, confident, cozy, creative, daring, determined, devoted, dynamic, eager, effective, elated, embodied, empowered, energized, enlightened, enthusiastic, feminine, fantastic, fortunate, free, friendly, generous, gentle, genuine, graceful, grateful, grounded, happy, harmonious, healthy, hopeful, holy, illuminated, impassioned, important, inquisitive, inspired, intentional, invigorated, joyful, kind, light, limitless, loving or being loved, luminous, magical, mindful, nourished, nurtured, open-minded, optimistic, opulent, overjoyed, passionate, peaceful, playful, positive, powerful, prosperous, purposeful, quiet, receptive, refreshed, relaxed, reliable, renewed, revitalized, romantic, sacred, safe, satisfied, seen, sensitive, sensuous, settled, sexy, sincere, spontaneous, spirited, supportive, tenacious, thankful, thrilled, touched, understood, unified, unique, valued, vibrant, vivacious, vital, vulnerable, warm, wealthy, whole, wondrous, wonderful. If you would share in the chat some of your words. And I'll just tell you mine for this year, or for this time right now, are grounded, magical, connected, and abundant. Vibrant, calm, sincere. Happy, peaceful, energized. Balanced, calm, graceful. I also chose healed. That's beautiful, Dawn. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else? Brave, optimistic, peaceful, energized, grounded. Anna, we share grounded. Balanced, fortunate, blessed. What an amazing list to live by. And I'd be happy to send this out to you. Grateful, healthy, and centered. Thank you, Christine. Danny, worthy as one word is beautiful and perfect. So thank you. So again, however you decide to honor those words, whether it's a candle or something else, that would be beautiful. Proud and confident. So with that, I'd like for you to write your affirmation, an affirmation of meaning, of purpose, of how you're going to make whatever your vision is happen. So write your positive affirmation now with no barriers in front of you of what that looks like. And again, the affirmation of making that a beautiful opportunity to move forward and blossom. Take a couple minutes for this. And affirmations don't have to be long. They could be very short as well. A little over a minute left. About 30 seconds left. Okay, for the next prompt, as I mentioned earlier, I did 1 to 3 things every day, very intentionally towards my goal. I'd like to invite you to do the same. What does that look like for you? Will that be in the morning when you wake up? Will you do 1 to 3 things? Will you do this towards the end of the day? How will you commit to yourself to doing this exercise every day towards your goal? So why don't you write on that for the next 3 minutes? Remember, this is all for you, blossoming into springtime with all of the energy for spring. How are you going to take that spring energy and move it forward? 3 minutes. About 90 seconds left. Okay, next, I want you to think 90 days ahead since we've been working with that number. So we are, or you are, sitting outside on a beautiful summer day on the summer solstice. And you're thinking about the goals that you set on this day, March 19th. And I want you to write a love letter to yourself about how it feels to be here right now. So you're sitting outside on the deck or in a beautiful park or at the beach, thinking about the last 90 days and to write a letter to yourself. So let's take a couple of minutes to do that. About how proud you are, how it feels to accomplish whatever you have, that you really blossomed into this time. So let's take a couple minutes. And I want you to be proud and to shine your beautiful light on yourself right now. You have about 60 seconds left. Again, shine that beautiful light on you. I should be seeing tons of smiles about how great this feels. Michelle says, still writing and figuring it out. That's great. So I would love for you to share in the chat how you're feeling in those 90 days when you're sitting outside on a beautiful summer day and reflecting on the last 90 days. How are you feeling? Please share in the chat. Hopeful, free, accomplished and excited, feeling joyful and connected, proud. It's terrific. Calm, relaxed, on track, and grateful, confident and energized. Big smile, yay! Proud, inspired, awe, and connected. You know, what's so beautiful about these exercises is that they're all within you right now. We all have the power to make whatever we can happen. And it's just committing and doing some of these exercises to ensure that you are true to yourself and true to the blossom that can come out from all of us. Anyone else? Proud, inspired, connected, balanced, fortunate, and blessed. So just as a reminder to everyone, we did that one. And then I just want to leave you with this beautiful quote. Life is short. Live bold. Be heard. Be you. Dream big. Take risks and don't wait. I love this because I've lost a couple of dear friends lately, and time is now. The time is now to take care of you, to put yourself forward, to blossom into this beautiful time and this beautiful life that we have. And I want to thank you so much for joining us today and me today on Revel 11. If you would like to put in the chat how you're feeling right now, I would love that. But I'm really thrilled that you joined me today for this hour that you gave yourself. And, you know, it's so rare that we give ourselves a whole hour just to be with us. And I'm really grateful that you joined us today. There are more events upcoming on Revel 11, and you can check us out at revel11.com. There's some in-person events coming up here in Seattle, a lot more online events virtually, both through Revel 11 and Meetup, and also some upcoming retreats if you'd like to join us in person. So let me just read some of these. Thank you, Purva. It's always lovely to see you. Thank you for giving us your blessings. I'm so grateful for your offerings. And thank you all. It makes my day so joyous to start it out like this. Have a beautiful rest of your Sunday, and I hope to see you soon online or in person, even better. Bye, Kate.